This episode of Tournament Talk, we spoke with Michael Walters, pro angler of Team 503. Fifth tournament of the year in the books. How do you think it went?
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, we were expecting to do much better coming out here. You know, Luke, he's out here every year for, you know, walleye guiding and then for the muskie opener stuff, and he guides out here. And I've been coming out here with Luke for a number of years now to Little Sturgeon. So, you know, in a normal year, you know, having a 25-pound bag, something like that, would have been kind of an okay normal plan, even with maybe a shot of more than that, just for how it normally goes. But, you know, knowing that this fishery kicks out, I mean, you need a 5-pound average usually to really do well. I mean, those are huge fish. So we did find those fish this week. Every day we fished, we caught a fish that was over 5. A couple days ago, we actually got one. We were getting them in the same spots too, which was really good. The bite was super tough. Everybody was having a hard time, but we had a consistent pattern going for sure, which felt good. I mean, we weren't catching tons of fish in a day, but the fish we caught were quality fish, which is really cool. I mean, all we needed was 5 good bites or 6 good bites, whatever that is. And we were getting that virtually every day pre-fishing.
How did the weather affect the way you guys approached the day?
This wind kicked up, and the rain and the cold and the classic 2013 tournament weather for me. The only thing it didn't do this time was snow. That was a change. That was great. It didn't snow. But anyway, we tried to make a run back to where we were catching some of those big fish, and the waves were huge. There was legitimate 6.5 foot swells and stuff in between them, and boats would disappear and reappear and disappear and reappear for that whole run. And that wound up costing us about 2 hours of fishing to get over there, realize it wasn't fishable, pretty much as well as everyone else who we saw who made that trek. Everyone was only there for a little while and then left because it was, you just couldn't even control your boat. So we came all the way back and then went to what was our normal plan A kind of deal with the weather, change it to try and go back to that spot and say, I think we can make it there through the wind. We went back to what then is our plan B, and we managed to get bites every pass through. We got 3 to 5 bites. The only problem is today all those fish were carbon copy 16.5, 17-inch fish. So I mean, it was, after that it was fish on, and every one of them was just, they were a clone over and over. We just couldn't get any big fish to bite.
I know Luke, your co-angler, had been pretty excited about a fish story that he had. You want to tell me a little bit about that?
We had one kind of exciting moment. We went to a spot we caught right at the end on our way in. We were just swing for the fences, trying to get a big fish. We caught a really big one there yesterday, right about the same time. So we felt really good about that. And we went there, and on the absolute first pass, Luke's rod buckled over, like right where it should. He made the same cast he made the day before, exactly the same presentation. His rod bent over, and it was really big, and we had to play it out. Had a gold flash at the surface, and wound up being about a 30 or 31 inch walleye. So it was still an awesome thing to catch, but it was kind of a heartbreaker because we thought that one it fought more like a big smallie than a walleye. But anyway, we didn't get the weight, but we definitely got the bites. And the other place that we had planned to go that we thought you could get a bigger bag of fish was pretty well saturated with boats. I think there was 16 to 20 boats in there by the time we made our run back from going all the way west in the waves. And by that point, you're just kind of jumping into the mix, and that still may have been a better decision, but it may not have. I mean, you just don't know. I wound up being kind of a morning bite for that stuff, so when we were running is when a lot of that was happening. So we made one bad choice, and that bad choice was to not go there first, which is what we were planning to do, and fish that stuff that we got yesterday going late. Should have done that probably right away in hindsight, but that's really the only poor decision we made, which isn't so bad.